Hey guys, and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 video. Today we're going to be hopping into the trailer that just came out. If you want to check out my reaction, I will link it in the description down below. However, today, right now in this video, we're going to be going into the trailer, looking to see what we can find to analyze it. There's not too much, so don't get angry that I might just be going, oh, it looks really good. Because really, there's not too much to it other than the landscape and stuff, but there are a few other things that I want to point out, so we're going to hop into it, we're going to analyze it, we're going to see what we can find. Let's do it. So here, I did just want to point out that obviously the landscape looks beautiful. I think that you can clearly see where this is coming from the GTA 5 engine with the way the wildlife looks and the plants and that kind of thing. Of course, looking absolutely fantastic, like, looks far better than Grand Theft Auto 5 looks. As we can see, there are mountains in the distance right there. You know, they've got snow on top of them. I think we talked about this on the stream that we did over on Ethan's channel. We talked about how I think that the leaked map that we originally got for Red Dead Redemption 2 might actually be the map that we get, having a small area of, you know, the Great Plains, tall trees, Blackwater, etc., with this whole new area to explore for Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I think this snowy area kind of could be tall trees, and this is the area behind that we could never really visit in Red Dead Redemption 1. However, you can see, obviously, look at the draw distance, the trees, just the graphics, everything looks absolutely fantastic. This right here is a very important shot that we get of the map. Now, I think it's a similar shot to what we got last time, but a different time of day, kind of different camera angle. And to me, it looks like this area here on the leaked Red Dead Redemption map, slightly behind tall trees. However, you've got this, you know, this small kind of river area running through it that looks very similar to that there. It could also possibly be this area down here. However, I kind of think it's the one further to the top, you know, the top of the map. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It does match up with both of these potential areas, but I do think it's the one that seems to be close to tall trees. I would say that this clip here kind of shows, you know, campfires returning in the game. They were extremely useful in the first game, and I think this would kind of signify they're in the game, so you can probably use them. I think that's the kind of thought process I had here. Here we've got a shot of kind of like the landscape and the scenery. You can see the draw distance, you can see the size of the map and the scale that they're going for in this game, looking absolutely incredible. And it's just astonishing to see what they can do. This is Rockstar's first only next-gen game, so just think what they're doing. They're pushing the tech that we have, and hopefully giving us like the best that we can get from this technology. Since, you know, they did with Grand Theft Auto 5 the best they could do with 360 PS3. Hopefully they're doing the same with Red Dead Redemption 2 and these current generation of consoles. Another thing I want to point out is the way that the horse there is carrying something that this man clearly has hunted. Now, to me, it looks like just something that you'll find in the environment. You'll find hunters that are carrying, you know, their meat that they've hunted on the back of horses. But is this something we can actually do in the game? If they added a new layer of detail where when you hunt something, you could throw it over the back of your horse and use it to transport it, and will that help us in some way? It might not be a gameplay feature, it might just be for, you know, the NPCs to make it more realistic, but I'm still thinking, still speculating, could this be something that could be introduced into a gameplay feature? So here we have a quick clip looking awesome of the water, looking absolutely fantastic. However, there is clearly a canoe type thing on the water, which leads me to believe this might be used in the game. So kind of similar to the, you know, the gondolas in Assassin's Creed 2 and things like that. I think it might work similar because, you know, there was no swimming in Red Dead Redemption. Whether that'll be in this game or not, we don't yet know. However, I do think these might be able to be used in some way so that you can navigate across water, and it just adds more dynamic to the gameplay. And if there's large areas of water in this game, like the leaked map suggests, if the leaked map is for this game, obviously we don't know, it's not at all confirmed, just speculating on my part, then, you know, these canoes are going to be very, very useful to navigate the world. Something that Tyler pointed out about this section is something that I completely agree with. The train crossing over here, you know, with the buffalo, it looks very, very similar to an area in the Great Plains in the original Red Dead Redemption game. The only thing that stands out is, of course, this house/farm over here on the left. However, everything else kind of adds up. It looks very, very similar to a location on the original Red Dead Redemption set in the Great Plains. You've got, like, the tree in the background. And to me, I think this adds more to it being, you know, the map that we had in the map that we got leaked, which included the Great Plains. And I do think it probably was the real map. However, still we don't know, but this does add to, you know, the whole theory that that map is the true map of the game. Here you can see clearly on the left we have a carriage, so they're clearly returning as a gameplay element. Here we have Worth's General Store. I did look this up just to check if it was somewhere in the original Red Dead. It's not, so this proves that this is probably a new location for the game. Of course, it's not just the same world. We're having new areas added to it, as this wasn't in the original Red Dead Redemption game. But as you can see, the vibe of Red Dead is so clearly here in this section of video. Having the carriage, you've got the general store. It just feels so Red Dead Redemption, just made to look so much better for the next generation of consoles, looking absolutely incredible. The immersion is going to be so good in this game, and I'm so excited to see what it's going to be like when you're actually walking through this world, how living and alive it's going to be. It's actually going to be incredible. This section right here shows, you know, some guy getting on a horse. Probably not the protagonist, probably just some guy getting on a horse. But clearly, cattle ranching is in the game like it was in Red Dead 1. Maybe you can just do this as a side activity that you feel like doing. I think it'd be pretty awesome if in Red Dead Redemption 2 you can actually own your own ranch, possibly. You can grow that and, like, upgrade it and stuff like that, and it can give you income and give you optional side activities you could possibly complete. I think that'd be really, really cool if that's a feature that you can have in Red Dead Redemption 2. Love to explore that in a separate video, just talking about the possibilities, actually, and we'll definitely start getting into those speculation discussion videos for Red Dead Redemption 2, so if you're excited for those, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all that good stuff. Here we have just, you know, kind of like a little scenery looking thing. You've got a carriage over there in the background that's being, has a horse pulling it. Those were in Red Dead Redemption 1, but it looks like they're kind of more common in this game, having them just kind of riding through the city, kind of with the single-person carriage there. You've also got a dog here barking at those chickens, just adds to the immersion and realism of the world. You've also got this guy in the background with a carriage, kind of looks kind of drunk, but I'm not entirely sure. And it looks like there's some, like, obviously, of course, it would be in the game, but I have to point it out because it's an analysis video. We've got the weather system here, as there are puddles on the ground. Looks very overcast, probably was recently just raining in the game.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.
Okay, so this guy says, listen to me, when the time comes, you gotta run and never look back. This is over. Now, I didn't know what this meant, because I assumed that this game was a prequel, as did everyone else. But the more I think about it, the more I think, is it a prequel or is it a sequel? The way he says, you know, when the time comes, run, never look back, this is over. Is he talking about the Wild West? The Wild West is over? Is this actually a sequel to Red Dead Redemption, not a prequel? Are we going to be playing as a new gang with possibly Jack Marston? Is that going to be a thing? Because that's what it sounds like to me, because if you put it in any other context, it doesn't really make any sense to me. However, when you think of it in the terms of being a sequel, it makes sense. You know, it was very close to the end of the Wild West when, obviously, Jack Marston's around. Is that possibly what's happening? Is it so close to the end of the Wild West, they're in this new area of the map trying to, you know, expand the world, but they're like, we want to get back to our roots, we want to keep this style alive, and it's like, when the time comes, you need to run because, you know, it's over, we can't do this anymore. Are they talking about the Wild West? Is that possible? Let me know your guys' theories about this line in the comment section below, because a lot of people have been talking about it, and none of us can really work out what it is, but this is kind of like my only theory on what the guy means here. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So here we have our 7 main characters that seem to be part of this gang that were shown in the first teasers for the game. Now, honestly, I've tried my best to try and identify who they are, but they're wearing masks and they're wearing various clothes. Like, you can't tell who these people are, whether we've seen them before, whether they're new. You just can't. They look completely different, and, you know, that's essentially it. They're looking fucking awesome, looking like an awesome gang. Whether this is a new character or a character we've seen before, I don't really mind. The only thing I hope is we don't have multiple playable characters. I hope we have one playable character, part of a gang, in some sense. I don't want to have multiple characters like Grand Theft Auto 5. Worked very well for that game, but I don't want it for Red Dead, because Red Dead is a very lone experience. You're a lone wanderer in this Wild West world that feels real and immersive and harsh and lonely in a sense, but it works so well for the immersion in Red Dead and the storytelling of the character because it's so personal, and I really, really hope that it's just one character we play as in Red Dead Redemption 2 as opposed to multiple like Grand Theft Auto 5. And there it is, Red Dead Redemption 2 coming fall of 2017. That's autumn, so around October through to, November time next year. But that is it for my analysis. If you did enjoy it, be sure to smack that like button because that'd be awesome. If you have any recommendations and stuff you'd like me to talk about in terms of Red Dead, speculation, discussion, putting forward ideas that we can start discussions on, let me know in the comment section below. And if you're super excited for Red Dead Redemption 2, stay subscribed to this channel because I'm going to be covering everything Red Dead 2 in terms of news as well as theories, speculation, discussions, all that stuff. And it's going to be an awesome, awesome year getting ready for Red Dead Redemption 2. I am super, super fucking excited. And I can't wait to go on the journey to Red Dead 2 with you guys. So, thank you guys for checking out this video. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you guys for subscribing. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!